All right. Can we be heard? How is our volume?
Well, I think we're live, Chloe.
We're outside, so
We are. If it looks like Chloe and I are on vacation, I'm Dusty.
we are.
This is Chloe.
Hi.
We are at Universal Orlando on vacation, but Disneyland had huge news today about the replacement of their annual pass holder program, Chloe. And
We waited so long.
Oh my gosh, people haven't had a pass since the middle of the pandemic when they got the terrible news that they weren't wanted anymore. And people were sad and they were mad. They were really upset.
And confused.
Some of them refused to buy tickets when Disneyland reopened because they were waiting for passes. And early on, Disney said that they weren't going to have a pass holder program. That it was going to be a membership program. And it would probably be something like discounts, and you can buy tickets at a discount and maybe buy parking passes and things like that. But it wouldn't really be a pass holder program. Well, guess what, folks? It's a pass holder program.
With reservations.
It's called the Magic Key, and the Magic Key has 4 levels. The first one is cheaper than the old cheapest pass, which is $3.99 now, and it was over like $4.20 or something like that in the past.
Shocking.
So not only did Disney capitulate, they made it more affordable for people. Now, what's the only downside to this?
Well, I can think of, we don't have news about FastPass just yet, as well as PhotoPass. And reservations are required, which is a change for most people to get used to.
I like the idea of reservations because I think it means that the parks won't be overly packed.
Let's hope not.
Yeah. And it's the reason why Disneyland isn't charging as much as they were before, because before you had access, almost whenever you wanted. You could just show up. As long as your pass was valid that day, you could just show up.
Right.
And then they created this reservation system for the pandemic, but they're keeping the reservation system. So depending on your pass level, you will be able to make X number of reservations every 90 days and then go. And then once you've used a reservation, you can make another reservation. So we're going to talk a little bit about what the different reservation types are here so you all can see. And there are 4 keys now. The cheapest one is the Imagine Key for $3.99. It has the most blocked out days.
That one?
We'll show this one right here. There's the Imagine Key for $3.99. You will need reservations to go visit the park. And you can have 2 reservations at a time. That's a 90-day window. So you can make those reservations up to 3 months in advance. Once you've used one, you can book another one. You also get 10% off of merchandise, 10% off of food and beverage, and there is no parking. But you see over here, it says $19 per month. Chloe, that means they're doing monthly payments.
What?
Woo!
What was anybody expecting? I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that. Because one of the reasons why the annual pass program was so busy at Disneyland is there were the monthly payments, which made it seem affordable to people. So we all thought that when the new program came, there would be no monthly payments. But Disney obviously needs the money. They're probably not quite as busy as they thought they would be, or they're worried about upcoming bookings, and they know that people with passes are going to visit. So that's that pass. The next one is the Enchant Key of the 4 keys, and it's $6.49, so it's a little bit more. You can have 4 park reservations. You still get the 10% off food and beverage. There's still no parking, and it's $40 a month. And that one, I think, is one that a lot of people may end up doing because it does have a pretty good calendar, but it doesn't have very many reservations available. The one that I think a lot of people should consider is, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. That's the last one.
Don't delete it. Don't delete it.
I don't want to delete it. There we go. Pink one.
Yeah.
Here it is. Pink one is the $949, almost $1,000 Believe Key. Do you believe it, Chloe?
I cannot believe it.
I cannot believe it either, but it allows you to have 6 park reservations at a time, still 10% off, but you get 50% off of theme park parking. Now that's interesting, isn't it? So you're not getting the free parking with that one, but you get 50% off. I think they want people to not have multiple people in their family all drive separately. Like after work, we're going to go, and so I'll just meet you there. Well, that blocks up the parking structure. So by not giving free parking and or making parking 50% off, they're encouraging me to say, hey, Chloe, let me pick you up after work and we'll go to Disneyland.
Save the environment along with carpooling.
Yeah, you're not going to save the environment with my car yet. I really need to get a hybrid of some sort. I'll do it. Good. When Disneyland makes parking free for everybody. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, 50% is kind of an odd discount. Have they ever done anything like that before?
No, it's brand new.
So strange.
They've never had discounted parking at all.
Right.
So it's very interesting. And then the big pass, the one that I think the diehard fans are going to want, it's expensive at $1,400, but that's very similar to the price of the old annual pass, the high-end Signature Plus pass. So it's not terrible. You get 6 park reservations at a time, 20% off of merchandise, 15% off food and beverage, and then the parking is included. That's $102 a month. And at $102 a month, I think that's the one that I'll get so that we can cover Mice Chat. It's been very expensive for us to cover the theme parks since they reopened. We've been paying full price tickets, but there's a reason we've been able to go so often. And we are partnered up with the incredible Getaway Today. They give you discounted theme park admissions, discounted hotel rooms, packages to Disneyland, Universal Studios, where we are now. And when we sell packages, they pay us back in tickets so that we can go visit the parks and help you all figure out what's going on. So if you need theme park tickets or you need a hotel room at a discount, visit micechat.com and click any of the Getaway Today links at the top of every single page on the entire site. So that's how we're getting in until we get these new passes. And I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Speaking of Getaway Today, you can buy, like, you're not sure, Chloe, you're coming from Florida. You live out here. I live in California. You come out, you're not sure if you need an annual pass or not. Are you going to get a Magic Key Pass or should you get day tickets? Well, you can buy day tickets from Getaway Today, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, 5-day. And if you decide by the end of your trip, before you use that last day, and while it's still valid, you can trade it in at the ticket booth for a Magic Key Pass.
Wow.
So that's a good way to figure it out. Buy the cheapest ticket you can get, and then decide if you're going to upgrade later. Just a tip for those of you who want to know.
I think it just excludes non-promotional tickets, though. So if Disneyland comes out with any sort of
if they have a ticket for like Oogie Boogie Bash
right.
or something, you won't be able to do it. And I don't think the current or it's called the California pass that they have right now. It's essentially 3 days for the price of 2. That one is not upgradable. It's just a good thing to know. We've gotten a lot of questions. The article on Mice Chat today went crazy. I mean, it went stratospheric. So many people reading, with thousands and thousands of people reading all at once, but they had a lot of good questions.
We have a lot of good questions. I just want to check in really quick. I know we're live. Our battery situation, are we okay?
It's bad, Chloe.
It's really bad.
It's bad.
So are we going to lose everyone?
We may.
Okay.
But we're going to try and get as many questions done before the battery dies.
It's been a day, folks.
It's been a day. We've been writing for hours. We got the news up just in the nick of time.
Crazy.
Now we're dealing with you all, and we are doing a live from Universal Studios in Orlando. I can't believe it. We're sitting on the balcony of this beautiful hotel. What's this hotel called?
Lowe's Sapphire Falls.
Sapphire Falls, folks. It's the closest hotel to the parks, and gorgeous.
Yes.
Gorgeous. So what's a good question there? I know somebody was asking about, will park hopping be allowed? And yes, of course. So you'll make a reservation for the first park that you want to visit for the day, and then you'll be able to park hop right now after 1. But that may change in the future. Disney may change the park hopping rules. But for now, you can park hop at Disneyland after 1 p.m.
Someone's asking if the reservation calendar for the blackout dates are posted anywhere just yet.
They are. I believe Disney already has it online on the ticket page, so you'll be able to see that. And tickets are going on sale on the 25th of this month, August. So by 10 a.m. on that day, you'll be able to buy your new pass. But I recommend you wait a day or two, because it's going to be flooded with people. And every time Disney tries to sell a ticket, the site crashes, or there's a 4-hour wait, or you get into queue and then they have trouble billing. Oogie Boogie Bash, they build people 2 and 3 times. So let the crowds die down for a day. These tickets are not going to sell out. They are still going to consider you an inaugural pass holder as long as you buy those tickets within the first 2 months. So you have 2 months to buy those tickets, and just wait a day or two and it'll all be fine. Oogie Boogie was crazy the first day, and then it was easy. The next day, you didn't even wait a minute.
We've got some questions here that have gone unanswered so far. If I show up on a blockout day, will I be able to pay a discounted price to get in?
No, you're not going to, unfortunately. No blockout tickets that are available yet. They can always change that in the future, but it's not going to be with the passes initially.
Okay. A weekly one-day, one-park ticket is, say, $105. That's 4 full-price visits for $420. The $3.99 Magic Key gets 2 reservations. If all dates are booked, should I feel lucky to get 5 reservations?
Baby, we don't know how booked it's going to be, and that brings up the question of, are they going to have separate buckets for day tickets and pass holders, or are they all going to be lumped in together? And I have some thoughts. Here at Walt Disney World in Florida, there are kind of separate buckets. So pass holder dates block out first before day tickets do, and then the hotel guests have kind of a separate bucket, and they rarely have a blockout day. So I think the same exact rules will apply at Disneyland. So pass holders will kind of be lumped into a big bucket together. Those dates will book up. But Chloe, on weekdays, it's much easier for you to get a reservation than on weekends.
Oh, absolutely.
And certain parks are harder to get into than others. So, for example, at Disneyland, California Adventure will probably be easy to get into. Mm-hmm. Disneyland may be a little harder, but you'll be able to park hop after 1.
Yeah.
So not so bad.
Will we have to be in person to buy tickets with a payment plan? Not sure yet. I know with Disneyland beforehand, you can purchase them online, but then when you go in person, you do have to prove, if you're doing a payment plan, Disneyland is requiring that you are
we don't know
resident.
We don't know how it's going to be, but here's the thought. When I asked Disney about this, and we were able to find out this information a few hours before it was released, and then they said we couldn't talk about it before 1 o'clock. We did ask if people were going to be able to go to a ticket booth to buy this, and we were told that they really want people to buy everything through the app or online. So my hope is that they figured out a way to also manage payment plans for California residents. It's fewer cast members for them and easier for everybody, and they don't want people showing up just to buy a ticket, because that's taxes the whole infrastructure of the resort. So that's a very good question, but we don't know yet what the final answer will be. I hope it's online.
I bought that 3-day ticket for California residents. Can I apply those tickets to any of the tiers?
Unfortunately not. That's a promotional ticket, and we don't believe they're going to make it upgradable. You can always ask and play dumb afterwards and say you never would have bought it if you didn't know, and that you think it's unfair that Disney released this program after they started selling tickets to that plan and didn't let you know that they wouldn't be upgradable. And then Beverly wants to know if the renewal dates are always going to be on August 25th going forward. Well, your renewal date's going to be whatever day you buy your ticket. So if you buy your ticket on August 25th, and I know Beverly will, then that is going to be your renewal date. But if you buy it later, let's say you wait a week or 2 because you want to avoid the crazy crush, then that will be your renewal date. I sometimes enjoy playing dumb too. Johnny boy there, I have found that cast members want to help you more if you're not a know-it-all. So even though I know a lot about the Disneyland Resort, I usually go hat in hand and ask for their help and let them figure it out for me.
Be kind and dumb.
Always. I'm the nicest dumb guy you've ever met when I need their help. Because otherwise, if they don't like you, or they think you're telling them how it should be, then they won't help you. Then you have to just keep asking around until somebody will help you. This question is, I have a 5-day ticket for September and will probably upgrade. We're going to be able to upgrade online, or does it have to be in person like in the past? So we hope you're going to be able to do it online. There's also a chat feature on the app that you can use, and that is a good way to start. You should be able to, before your trip, be able to do it online. But you can also use the first day of your ticket and then upgrade anytime during your stay.
Yeah. I know we've been getting a lot of questions about Max Pass and Photo Pass.
Photo Pass
included or whatever.
They talk about Photo Pass like they're enhancing it and it's going to be a big deal. They don't specifically mention it on those images we showed you, but I think Photo Pass is going to be included, at least for the high-end passes. And as far as Max Pass, Fast Pass, and all that goes, none of that is available at the Disneyland Resort right now. So none of that is available on your pass. So they're selling you this pass without it. Here's why I think that's going to come into an issue I don't think you all are going to like. Disneyland Paris is currently charging for front of line on certain attractions. No. And I think that because they're selling these tickets without Fast Pass, instead of giving you extra value by adding it in for free later, I think they're just going to roll out that paid Fast Pass. So it's going to be standby for everybody or pay extra. And you'll be able to do that through your Disneyland app. And it's above and beyond your annual pass. I think. We don't know, but that's where all signs are pointing towards cash grab.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're used to it by now, right?
Yep.
Someone asked about a promo swag, like the bumper magnet, etc. I know there was the bonus about signing on.
That's
Have
right.
we talked about that yet?
If you sign up within those first 60 days, the first couple of 66 days.
It's the 66th anniversary.
Oh, I didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah.
See what I mean about I'm the dumbest nice guy you ever met. But if you sign up in those first 66 days, you get a little swag bag. It'll be emailed or mailed to your house with a sticker and a magnet and a pen and a lanyard.
We love perks. We love free
and
stuff.
some other stuff. But it's funny about the lanyards is a lot of people used to put their annual passes in their lanyards, but you're not really going to need to carry a physical annual pass anymore because it'll be in your Disneyland app. They want you to do everything in your Disneyland app now. So you'll be scanning your pass from your Disneyland app to gain access to the park. Probably the easiest way to do that.
Yeah.
What other questions can we answer for you folks before this little tiny red sliver of a battery goes dead and we lose you?
It's going. Goodbye, just in case we can't say it. So you need a daily ticket before gaining access to the pass key is a question. It's important for larger families to understand how much we need upfront to access the passes. So
your pass is your ticket, just like having a day ticket to the park. You need valid admission and you need a park reservation. So consider your annual pass just valid admission. Then you will have to make a reservation to visit whichever park it is that you want to start your day at, and that's what you'll need. So you need those two things: a valid ticket, in this case, a magic key, and a park reservation. That's true right now for all ticket types and will continue to be true for, I'm told, the foreseeable future. They don't anticipate it ending anytime soon. They love the reservation system because it lets them know how many people are coming. It makes sure the parks don't get too overcrowded. They know how many people to staff, how many churros to buy. It's really a good thing for Disneyland, and it helps them keep their costs down.
Yeah.
And if you look at these prices, I think they're very affordable, so much better than what we were expecting. They're at or below what they were in 2020 at the beginning of the year before the shutdowns, and that is more than we could have hoped for, folks. We were early on, we were hearing it was all going to be unbundled. It was going to be super expensive. People were going to need to be prepared to pay, thousands of dollars for the new service. And it turned out being great. This is essentially the same old program, but with park reservations. And in some cases, the prices are even cheaper.
Thank goodness.
Pretty good deal.
One thing to note, though, is that if you do want to go on a specific day, when you do have your Magic Key pass, make sure that you do reserve that, because Disney has already said that reservations will be very limited for Magic Key holders.
Yep.
So it seems like they're going to cap Magic Key holders pretty far back to allow day guests to enjoy the parks. Yep. They don't want parks overrun by pass holders or
I want to get to Leanie's question here before we lose the battery, because she's saying it's a little confusing. So you only get to visit 4 times in 90 days if you buy the pass level with 4. It's just you can hold 4 reservations at a time. Once you've used one reservation, you can make another one. So they're just letting you book those first 4 out up to 90 days, but then you can start booking more. You can book another one, and if it's for tomorrow and tomorrow's available, you can book for tomorrow. So you can make as many reservations as are available to you. And every pass level has a different number of blockout days as well. So I shouldn't say you can go any day. You can go any day that isn't blocked out for your pass, as long as you have a reservation. You can have up to 90 days in advance for however many your pass level lets you have, and then you can start making more as soon as you've used them. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little confusing. It'll take some time getting used to.
Yeah. Jason asks, Magic Key is like a game of musical chairs with a capped number of chairs. What is your expert guess about how reservations will be impacted by all of the tiers? How do you see this playing out?
So I have a thought. I don't think it's going to significantly increase the number of guests in the park. I think a lot of the people that visit Disneyland are locals. A lot of them are people that already had an annual pass in the past. They were simply buying a day ticket or a 3-day ticket or a 5-day ticket to visit Disneyland, and they will simply switch to the Magic Key. Disneyland will adjust the pools of tickets available in each program depending on how many guests